love most about teaching is allowing students to rethink what storytelling is. Allows them to understand that when they read a story and they interact with the characters, they have then interacted with a piece of art. And it's a piece of art that's asking them to think. So it allows them to get more out of literature. And I love literature. I love reading, I love writing, but I also like thinking about the imagination and the creativity of it. And so I like that I'm helping students to do that. I'm helping them to have a deeper relationship with a literary form, art. He asked me to guide this independent studies course, and it was with hip-hop culture. Now, I've prepared for teaching hip-hop culture as an independent studies course because over the course of the last 4 to 5 years, I've had enough understanding of the way popular culture intercedes into our students' lives in ways that often aren't thought about critically. So I wanted to make sure that they got that critical component while they were in college. So I was ready theoretically. But on the other hand, I didn't realize the degree to which the student only saw hip-hop culture himself in kind of two-dimensional ways. He wasn't aware of the fact that it was a culture and not simply a form of music. And he wasn't aware of the ways that it was bringing people together across such a wide spectrum of so-called social difference. And so in the class, at first, it was difficult to have him rethink what he thought he already knew so well because he was himself a poet and a rapper and somebody who was locally involved with hip-hop music. But over the course of the semester, he did what he himself described as letting me lead him. He said one day, in fact, he had a kind of epiphany where he said, I don't know why I'm fighting you so much about writing. You have a PhD in literature, and you're a professor, and you've been a professor for 15 years. Why am I resisting what you're trying to tell me to do? And he said, and what I realize is, in a way, I'm just kind of afraid. And so with that big breakthrough in his own thinking and his own sense of self, we were able to then go on to explore a genre. My undergraduate degree was a double major in political science and American history. And then during that time period, I also spent a year abroad and learning French and a French university total immersion program. So it was important enough in my life, even though it was only a part of my undergraduate experience, to also mention it. And then my MA and PhD work were both in American literature, with an emphasis by the PhD level on African American literature after slavery. Literature has captured my imagination since I became a reader. Quite literally, in the 3rd grade, I discovered Nancy Drew. And what I realized about Nancy Drew is, it was me. She just was cleverly disguised as a character in a book who didn't look like me and who didn't live in my town. But so I fell in love with crime fiction, and I fell in love with the idea of an adventurous girl who goes out on the road and solves crimes with her best friend and her cousin and a nice, safe boyfriend who the parents don't object to, and a red roadster car, and I could just have a great time, and I could be myself. In my own research, I look at what I teach, which is using popular culture, and in particular crime genre, the mystery genre, to uncover social justice issues and to talk about equity and real life issues that have to do with quality of life and humankind. You're going to a school in the UW system that has really good faculty. And it really is a school that is intending to prepare you for the 21st century. And how are they preparing to do that? Well, first of all, there's a lot of one-on-one with students and faculty if the student knows to seek that out. If they don't know to seek that out, we're involved with projects on campus now, including the University Studies program, that's attempting to ask them to be better prepared to ask for what they need as they move forward so that we move towards retention. They actually get a degree.